Welcome to Zimmerman Podcast, episode 37. Today's episode, it's short and sweet, but that doesn't mean it isn't filled with great information. Content creation can be intimidating and draining, but no longer. The truth is, creating content for different platforms is way simpler than people think. And if you focus on one platform in particular, creating and sharing content that connects is a total breeze. Want to find out how I create content that connects across all the platforms? I'm sharing that with you today. All right, you ready? Let's do it.
Welcome to the Zimmerman Podcast with your host, CEO, wedding professional, educator, and mom, Jessica Zimmerman. In just 2 years, Jessica went from facing bankruptcy to taking home a six-figure salary. She turned a business-saving $100,000 loan into a $1 million empire. As a creative entrepreneur, a healthy work-life balance seems just as unattainable as a six-figure income. But Jessica Zimmerman is here to show you it's possible. With the right tools and insider tips and some hard work, your craziest dreams can become your daily routine. If you set some boundaries and commit to healthy changes, you can create a business and a life you love. So let's make your business work for you.
Okay, here we go. Today we're talking about 3 simple steps to make content creation easy. Number 1, always start with a blog. You can share to Instagram or Facebook or Pinterest from your blog, but a blog will live on forever and work with Google, SEO, whereas Facebook or Instagram posts will get lost in the feed. Save yourself time and effort and always create your content on a blog. If I were to ask you, what do you spend more time on? Writing the perfect Instagram post or creating a new blog? What would your answer be? I've asked that same question to many of my students, and they all confess that they spend way too much time focused on Instagram. Guys, you don't own Instagram. You own your website. Do not spend all your valuable time on a platform that you have no control over. That's why I say always start with your blog. These ideas that you have, these things that you want to post, think of your blog like you do Instagram, but put all of that time and that care that you're currently putting into these social media platforms, put that into your own website, put that into your own blog. And then once you've created that post in your blog, then feel free to share it onto the other platforms. I hope this episode is blowing your mind so far. For years, I hated Pinterest and I held a grudge for the clients it stole from me when it first came out on the scene. But believe me when I say, Pinterest has earned my forgiveness. Today, I do almost all of my marketing through Pinterest and I get inquiries from big budget, ideal clients every single week. If you want to start using Pinterest to get leads and money in the bank, you need the power of pinning. Check it out now at thepowerofpinning.com. Number 2, use your recording app. When an idea strikes, you can record your thought and go back to it later. You can talk through the idea in your own voice, and when it comes time to write your blog post, it'll be easier to sound like yourself. Ideas usually come to me when I'm moving my body somehow. So whether I'm on the treadmill or I'm out for a walk, or sometimes when I'm in the car, an idea will come to me. And I think, gosh, that would be a really great blog post. And so I just grab my phone, I open up that recording app, and I just start talking. And that way, when I sit down to write a blog post, all I do is go to the recording app, and there I've got a bunch of recordings already lined up. And it's already in my own voice, and it makes it so much easier to write an original blog post. And here's a little side note about blog posts. A lot of you are really intimidated by them. Guys, it's not that big of a deal. You do not need to write a novel. A lot of people don't even read what's on the blogs. Don't overcomplicate it and do you, okay? If you're a wedding photographer, well, that's a business that is going to have tons and tons of images. So write 1 or 2 sentences and then share a bunch of images, okay? You can then pin those images, which is going to get you a lot more traffic to your website. You can share one of those images to Twitter, to Instagram, to Facebook, whatever platform you want to. And then I also know there are people out there who say, well, I have a kind of business that I don't have any pictures. So what on earth am I going to blog about? I had a student not long ago who she was a wedding violinist. And she said, what on earth am I going to blog about? And I said, you just have to think about what it is your potential client is Google searching. And if they're hiring you to play the violin at their wedding, then they are Google searching different songs probably. Like, what is a great processional song? Or what are some of the top father daughter dance songs, right? What are some fun recessional songs? Listen, you don't even have to have images. You can go to canva.com and create a free graphic, and it could simply just say something as simple as top 5 father daughter dance songs. It could be as simple as that. And that could be what you use as your image. And literally, your blog could be that and 5 songs that are great for father daughter dances. And that's it. It's really not that hard. You just have to think about what your ideal client is searching for and then create a blog post about it. And you don't have to create a blog post every single week. We do, but that's because we know that Pinterest is huge and Pinterest drives so much traffic to our website. We know how worth it is to blog, so we make a big effort to do it. But if blogging intimidates you, I just want to encourage you to just try to do 12, okay? Do one a month. And if you are in a slow season right now, then this is the perfect time. Take a few days and go ahead and create 12 different blog posts and go ahead and put them in your blog and schedule them for one a month, okay? And then you don't have to do this again for an entire year. But I do think it's really crucial to blog, and it's really important because then you can take that information and then you can share it to all the platforms. You do not need to be spending all of your time and your focus on a platform that you don't own. I bet there's a lot of you listening right now who spend way more time thinking about your Instagram post than you do about a blog post. And it really, really, really should be the other way around. Want to know the first step to booking more clients? You've got to have a website. And not just any website, but a site built to book. If you're just starting your business, you're probably wondering how you can share about your work, gain clients, and start making money. The answer to all of these things is your website. When I first started my business, I didn't have the money to pay a professional brand expert to create the brand you see here today, but I didn't have to. I used the resources I had to invest in my business and create a brand that would attract the type of client I wanted to work with, supported by a website that was built to transform searching brides into lifelong clients. If you want a simple guide to how to create a site that books without having to invest thousands in a branding expert before you're ready, you need a winning website. To learn more, go to zimmermanpodcast.com/website. That's zimmermanpodcast.com/website. Number 3, poll your audience. To connect with your ideal clients and turn posts into lead generators, you need to post what your ideal client wants to read. The best way to do this is to ask them what they want. If that means sending an email to an old client or slapping up a poll on your Instagram stories, don't be afraid to just ask. It'll make it super simple to give your clients what they want. I hope today's short and sweet episode of Zimmerman Podcast made content creation simple and less intimidating. Pinterest is my all-time favorite way to keep my content relevant year after year and connect with my ideal clients and invite them to my website. My challenge to you this week is to record your content ideas when they come to you on that little recording app on your phone, and then block off some time to write a few blog posts. When you do some prep work, you shouldn't need more than 10 minutes to write a simple post. Remember, done, it's better than perfect. Create content and get it out into the world. Until next time.
If you loved what you heard today, even if you liked it a lot, you should subscribe and leave a review. We'll see you back here next time in the Zimmerman Podcast.